Hello friends, let's go ahead and take a look at this review. So we've already seen patterns twice, and some of us have not enjoyed them thoroughly. So we're trying again. So let's see if I can do a decent job explaining what's going on. Let's see, I have to identify two expressions. Now remember, on your quiz, on the quiz itself, you only have to come up with one. Not two, but one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to box this off fully. So that's a 3x3. Box this off fully. That's a 4x4. And that's a 5x5. Now, I don't want to write 3, 4, and 5. I want to write things in terms of 1, 2, and 3. So my first challenge is, how do I get from 1 to 3, 2 to 4, and 3 to 5? Well, in all those cases, aren't I just adding 2? So instead of 3x3, I can think of that as 1 plus 2 by 1 plus 2. Instead of 4x4, I can think of that as 2 plus 2 and 2 plus 2. And instead of 5x5, I can think of that as 3 plus 2 and 3 plus 2. And that allows me to write what my pattern is. So it's going to be, you notice how I have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Those always stay. So it's going to be plus 2 and plus 2. And all I got to do is put the n's in. So n plus 2, n plus 2. But I added a square to each of these, right? So I just need to subtract that square off. Now I deleted that stuff. Now I got to do it again. Got to come up with a different pattern. Well, I see, let's just look at these pieces. I see a 2x3, a 3x4, and a 4x5. So similarly, I'm not going to think of it as 2x3, 3x4, 4x5. I'm going to think of that as 1 plus 1 and 1 plus 2, 2 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 3 plus 2. Okay, so that's for my purple piece. And then I'm going to have an additional piece that I need to add. So in this case it's 2, in this case it's 3, and in this case it's 4. But I'm not going to think of it as 2, I'm going to think of it as 1 plus 1. I'm not going to think of it as 3, I'm going to think of it as 2 plus 1. I'm not going to think of it as 4, I'm going to think of it as 3 plus 1. So you notice, again, you have these pieces that are being added each time. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 1, plus 1, plus 2, plus 1, plus 1, plus 2, plus 1. So that expression is going to be n plus 1, n plus 2, plus n plus 1. So let me explain that. This is the purple part, n plus 1, n plus 2, because that's the area of that rectangle. And then this represents just this blue part, because it's a 1 column, so I don't have to worry about multiplying by anything. So it's 3 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 1 plus 1. Describe the pattern as linear, quadratic, exponential, or none of these. I actually think I'm going to do that after I do 3. So in part 3, I have to multiply that out. So I got to double distribute that n plus 2. So that's going to be n squared plus 2n plus 2n plus 4. If you're confused about what I did n times n times 2, so n squared plus 2n plus 2 times 2. And then I still have that minus 1. Now combine like terms. So that's n squared, 2n plus 2n is 4n, and then 4 minus 1 is 3. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this other pattern will turn out much the same way. I again have to double distribute n squared plus 2n plus 1n plus 2 times 1 is 2 plus n plus 1. Let's go ahead and combine like terms. N squared, we have 2n, 1n, and 1n, so that's 4n. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. Ooh, those are the same. So now I can go back and I can say, okay, this is quadratic. Because I have a quadratic term, so that's quadratic. Use Desmos to show that your expressions are equivalent graphically. So, what you need to do is into Desmos, put in x squared plus 2x plus, nope, don't do it from there, do it from the original. So, you need to put in x plus 2, x plus 2 minus 1. And then you need to put in x plus 1, x plus 2, plus x plus 1. Now, if you came up with a different way to do the pattern and you come out with the same expression when you simplify, that's totally fine. Put these into Desmos and you should get the exact same parabola.